the fields and sticks, those SniperHogLights will do the trick. Suppressed rifles whistling through the trees, just another red fox brought to his knees. Bloodstains cover the ground and leaves. 3 come in and not a single one leaves. Running at the call, these grays are brazen too.
Welcome to the SniperHogLights podcast, hosted by Jason Brooks and Alexander Junda.
Welcome to episode number 4. This will be the little bit of a recap. Talk about just some of the hunts we had so far this year, the successes, the failures, the ups, the downs, the all-arounds.
Let's start. Let's rewind a little bit though.
Okay.
Let's
take it back. Where are we taking her back to?
How about September of last year?
September of last year. September.
What?
Yeah. What? I already knew where you were going with this. September of last year consisted of a lot of driving.
Yeah, too much.
Well, not so much for you, but for me. You got to do it one time. I got to do it twice. So, anybody who doesn't know, last year we went to Alberta, Canada, and went moose hunting with our bows. Had a fantastic time. But from here, South Texas to Edson, Canada.
What was that, 36 for you?
36
Yep.
straight hours of the only time you stopped, and the only time me and my father-in-law stopped was to use the little boy's room and
Fuel up.
put some fuel in the truck. And we weren't using the,
Well,
our fluids to fill the truck up.
at least both up and back for you. There was only 2 of you in the vehicle.
This is true. So comfortability, we were super comfortable.
I did it with me plus 3 on the way home.
Oh, well, yeah, but it was just a return trip.
Yeah.
So it's but you were in a truck. We were in a Bourbon.
Yeah. The comfortability thing, you still had me beat.
Oh yeah, 'cause we could sprawl out, take
Yeah,
naps, stuff like that.
4 big dudes in a truck and gear. Oh yeah.
I don't know if I called Jeff big, or
Pete's tall.
well, you and Pete,
Yeah.
but
That's why we rode in the front the whole time.
yeah, okay, that sums it up though.
Yeah.
That definitely makes sense. But anyway, we went chasing moose, and we had with Hunt Rogue. Anybody who doesn't know Hunt Rogue,
Yep.
Tyler Sheary, great guy. He's been guiding for
Pretty much his whole life at this point.
I mean, since he was 19 years old. He's
Yeah.
guided on the King Ranch. He's guided all over Alberta, Canada, Alaska.
Yeah.
A little bit everywhere.
He even guided Jim Shockey back in the day.
Back in the Shockey era of Jim kind of slowed down a little bit, I think.
When I was back, I believe when Jim really first started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tyler's not a spring chicken, but he isn't old either.
He can move around them Alberta woods pretty good.
He does. He's a mountain man.
Especially when 2 moose get to fight and he runs.
He runs. So, tell us a little bit about your experience in Alberta, and then we'll go into mine.
Well, mine.
We hunted together.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real.
I mean, it was a good time regardless. Yeah. And my father-in-law was there, and we had friends there, so it wasn't like we showed up and it was a bunch of
It was a really good camp.
It was. Best camp I've ever been a part of.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's a lost art these days, is having a really good camp, deer camp, moose camp, bear camp, whatever.
Well, things have changed.
Yeah.
Now it's all about the success, right? It's not just about the camp.
Right.
People pay for hunts. They want to be successful, and unfortunately, it's still hunting, and a lot of people lose that train of mind and understanding that, hey, you're paying for a hunt. A hunt is an experience.
Yes.
A hunt does not mean a successful harvest of an animal and going home with meat. That's not 100% what a hunt is.
There is no guarantee on chasing a moose around there. You're coming home with a moose, especially in them woods.
No. There's no guarantee chasing hogs in our woods.
Any animal.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just that's why we call hunting and not killing. So we'll make sure to clip this one out though. For anybody who doesn't know, our Instagram page got taken down for filming our podcast, and my wife.
That's for all you guys with social media. What
Be
hunting
careful.
platforms do not say the K word.
Well, don't put it in the subtitles when
Yeah.
you have them going across your screen of any kind, guys. This is social media is definitely starting to crack down really hard again. I think the algorithms are kicked up.
They're coming for us big time.
Yeah, the AI is definitely going back on previous posts and all kinds of stuff. So be careful, clean up your pages if you guys want to continue to be able to have a platform in certain social media platforms and keep your stuff going. Because if you don't follow us on Instagram, please go over to Instagram, give Sniper_Hog
Brand new
Lights.
page.
Yeah, because they took it down as well as my personal page and my personal Facebook because they were all tied together.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. It's, Junda took it to heart more than I did. He's like, but you have so many memories. I do.
There's a lot of pictures that I don't think you're ever going to recover. That's what.
That's a true statement, but
Yeah.
you know what? You know where those memories reside?
In your head.
That's it.
Yeah.
And we talk about them. So we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about Alberta moose hunt in September. We had a great time. We got on some animals. You did get to full draw at one point.
I had my opportunity. I did.
And a little bit about the hunt. So one guide, 2 hunters.
Yep.
So we have 6 of us in camp. So 3 guides and 6 hunters. And we didn't know what to expect walking into this camp at all. Like, we had no idea. We never moose hunted before. We had no idea. Are we spot and stalking them? Are we setting up on them? Like, how do you moose hunt, right? And
Think of the longest predator stand of your life. That's moose hunting.
yeah, they'll stay on stand for like 4 hours if you let them. And
What do we do? Normally 2? Yeah.
And I think that's just because Tyler got to the point where he's like, the guys start to get bored.
Yeah.
I mean, you're literally sitting or standing there.
I do feel like now that we've done it though, like a 4-hour sit could be successful because it does take them a while to get to you. I mean, look at yours.
Well, let's not jump ahead of ourselves.
No, go ahead.
Let's talk about your experience. We on that evening hunt.
When I drew back.
That would be correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, up to that point, it was pretty slow week. I mean, we were unfortunately blessed with some warm weather the first few days.
Yeah. But we also had moose talking.
Well, you got visual on one. What was
A
that, day
youngin.
2 or 3?
Day 2,
Yeah.
a youngin got pushed out, which means there was a bigger one behind him somewhere.
Guaranteed.
I just didn't want to show face, which is fine.
Well, they just weren't fired up at that point.
And it was a beautiful stand. I mean, the way we were set up, the way everything was, I mean, it would have laid out for an epic. Now, I'm not going to say I didn't try to get on that smaller moose, because I mean, one of the biggest things that Pete and Jeff and even Tyler said is, you get a legal moose, you try to take a shot at it. I mean, that's kind of basically where they're at. So I did try to get a shot, but he was spooked and continued to keep moving away from me. I could just never get a good open shot on him.
But you know what? All things happen for a reason, as far as I'm concerned.
That's it, 100%. And that goes to, the evening of your hunt, where we had
3 bulls on one stand.
and 2 of them started fighting.
Yeah.
Which we once again went into this having no idea about what to do, how to react, and now we know a lot. We learned a lot.
Yeah, I'm wearing tennis shoes next time.
Oh yes, you can run.
Yeah.
So we had 3 bulls working. I had 1 south of me,
On the right.
and you had 2 up by you, and the 2 up by you started fighting.
Yeah.
So Tyler runs down, grabs me, and says, "Let's go." And so we start hauling the mail to you, and well,
We got up to them. By that point, the bulls had broke up. The big one kicked everyone's ass, and we didn't know exactly where they were, but we were running. We come around the corner. I will never forget about coming around that corner and just seeing that thing standing there. I mean, you could literally see the smoke coming out of his nostrils.
oh yeah, he was fired up.
Yeah, yeah.
So the first thing I did, Junda obviously is in front of me with Tyler, and first thing I do is pull my phone out.
Yeah.
I'm recording this. Well, Tyler, when Junda seen the bull, Tyler
stopped you guys.
Yeah, well, Tyler didn't realize how close it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it was already probably 25 yards. So Tyler jumps in the brush and just starts raking, and then he reaches out and pushes Junda in the rear, like, move forward. And well, you moved forward.
And a 2-step left.
And a 2-step into the open left.
Yeah.
And the open
That was my demise.
equals Moosey see you easily and says, "See ya."
I mean, in hindsight. I mean, whatever.
It's 2020.
Right. I could have punched it.
Could have.
Punched it, but
You were shooting a big arrow.
the whole if you draw blood, you don't find that moose, your hunt is over. And listening to Tyler, if they're over, that 10, 15 yard mark, he didn't want full frontal shots.
No.
And in my defense, and I'm not apologizing for.
And I really hope Tyler watches this video.
We'll have to tag him in it.
Do you catch the pun?
No.
The shirt?
What shirt?
The shirt! Look at my hands.
Yeah.
What did Tyler do when we had our little preview before? Come on. You forgot already? How could you forget?
If we could post, on this video, if we could sneak in a
Like a little
picture.
clipping and we throw a clip in there?
Yeah.
Of Tyler? You gotta send me the picture.
I have that picture.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll throw a little clip in
I still want to make a shirt of that.
so people can
picture.
see it. So when they watch it, at least they can understand
Yeah.
what happened. Because that was, so Tyler wanted, over the years.
Why don't we explain that first afternoon being at camp, what we did?
Yeah, okay. So first and foremost, we get in camp, get our bows out, get set up, shoot them, make sure everything's dialed in. Tyler's like, I want to make sure everybody's good, watch us shoot. And then he goes, all right, we're going to go down to the neighbors, and they got a horse down there. We're going to show you boys where to aim.
And where not to aim.
Yes. And so anyway, we all load up in the trucks, and we head down to his neighbors, and he's got a black horse fitting.
Yeah.
It's like a black stallion. And
roughly about the same height of what a moose would be. A little smaller, but
yeah, obviously, but it's a big animal, so he's going over it because archery being archery, it's when people get excited and you have an animal that big in front of you, the wheels tend to come off the bus.
That's an understatement.
And you get that going on, and so
precision is key to take them down. Now again, fairly decent kill zone on them, but yeah. Their anatomy is it's different than anything you've shot at before.
Well, let's be fair.
Mm-hmm.
When you have an animal come in, no matter what it is, I don't care if it's a hog, a coyote, a deer, a moose, an elk, natural instincts draw you to want to shoot at the biggest part of the animal.
Correct.
What's the biggest part of the animal? The guts.
Yeah.
So as a hunter, you're looking at it and you're going, all right, oh, I got it. Yeah, right there. Well, then another thing people don't take into effect, and we talked about this on one of our previous podcasts, but we talked about, one of the reasons why I'm not huge into, guys shooting with thermal, because they can't always see which way the animal is facing.
Yes.
Well, this has a lot to do with
Quartered away, quartered to,
right.
whatever.
With big animals, you have to look at it exactly the same way, whether you're archery hunting, rifle hunting. Where's that bullet going to go after it enters an animal? Where's that arrow going to go? Are you shooting, and that's one thing that Joe always taught me before was, it's not where your arrow is going in.
Where it's coming out.
It's where your arrow is going to end up.
Yeah.
Where do you want your arrow to end up? And aim for there. Mm-hmm. Don't aim for the entry, aim for the exit.
Yep.
So that's some of the things that a lot of people don't think about these days anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
They just get excited and boom, or punch the trigger on their bow or whatever. But back to what we were talking about though, we had a black horse, and Tyler's going over anatomy, and he pats this old horse and pets him, and the old horse might get a little excited.
Use your imagination how a horse will get excited, people.
Yeah, we won't go into many details, but we will definitely share the picture. Because we're going to get a shirt made for him.
We need to get t-shirts made.
I know.
I will rock that thing at the Harrisburg show.
It was a good time, but...
So going back to then, with my moose, I was in the back of my head, thinking, when I came, and like I said, I put the pins on them.
Yeah.
But there was a bunch of those little, yay big saplings on his chest. Could I punch through? Absolutely. Thinking back, yes. But in the moment, nah.
And you got to take a lot of people need to take into consideration. Junda is still fairly new archer.
Oh, 100%.
And that's huge. To be able to honestly not shoot is just as big a reward as if he would have shot. And some people won't look at it that way. They'll automatically go, well, I took the shot, But to hold off and not make a bad shot or a subpar shot and not recover the animal.
I did not. That bull was a jumbo, and I did not want to be in the position of a mediocre shot and us not find it. I just did. I didn't want to be in that situation.
Yeah.
And you know what? To this day, I'm still really glad that I didn't.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, touching on other scenarios that may have or may not have happened in your archery career, you had ample opportunities on a buck you've been chasing for a few years, and you made some what you thought were good shots, but they ended up being subpar, and you didn't end up killing him. He ended up living.
Yep.
But that plays into your psyche.
Oh, 100%.
When you get in a scenario like that, especially with archery, I was that way. I mean, I had a lot of missed opportunities early on in my archery career hunting with Joe and Rob on chasing pigs that, I thought I made a good shot. You're hunting at night, so, the animal's quartering away. You think of where you're coming through, but a lot of those ended up being gut shots. Great blood trails. I tracked a lot of good blood trails shooting them with a bow, but the trail just kept going.
Them damn hogs, though, man.
But still, if you pull one in a pump station,
right?
They run about within 100 yards.
That's what I mean. You put an arrow through a hog's guts. I mean, good luck.
Oh yeah, they're gonna run forever.
Yeah,
they're gonna find water too, and of course we were surrounded by that. So where they went was almost impossible to figure out after you get there. And it played to my psyche. I told him, I said, I'm done.
Yeah.
Same sort of thing you said to me when you shot that deer. I mean, I talked to you like an hour and a half that night, but at the end of the day, you got to keep shooting. There's only one way you're going to get better.
Yep.
And that's to keep shooting and just practice, but practice in scenarios that are under high stress. That's one thing we touched on a little bit last week was, if you go run, do a few movements as far as like, get down, do some push-ups, do this, do that. Get your heart rate up, and then go shoot your bow.
Right.
And control yourself.
Put yourself in that real life situation.
100%. Because that's the thing was your heart is going to beat out of your chest no matter what. And I mean, I ran into that situation. The moose that he had the opportunity to shoot, guys, it was a bona fide stud. That's one thing I will say. I did have video of it. You still have the video, I'm hoping, because I sent it to you.
Yeah.
I don't have it because my phone broke, obviously. It was on my phone, but I did get some video of you drawing back, full draw, and then him running away.
Yeah.
But he was a stud.
One experience, though.
It was, the whole time. You never know. It's kind of like you said before on predator stands, right? You keep calling until you decide, all right, there's nothing coming. But at any moment during that stand, you're like, something could show up.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with the moose hunting, except it's a lot longer stands.
And you would think that them moose, being so big, yes, they make noise when they're fired up, but they can tiptoe through that timber real easy, and you don't know he's there till he's there.
Oh yeah, he'll be right on you. That's a lot of the things we learned.
Better be paying attention.
Paying attention and just keeping your head on a swivel because you never know where it's going to come from.
Don't fall asleep next to a tree.
Well, it's kind of what you did.
Well, what happened leading up to that fateful morning?
Well, so the spot where we got on those bulls and you took a shot, or did not take a shot, I'm sorry, but had what I can't really call an opportunity, I guess. You did go full draw, but it really wasn't a good opportunity. But instead of us going back in there the next morning, Tyler sent Roy, who was guiding my father-in-law and our buddy Ed, and into that spot because he said another caller, he could probably call the same bulls back in. Obviously, they're
different tone of voice.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what they want. That's why we didn't go back.
Right. So they go back in, and Ed gets a shot on one. He takes it, hit it a little further back, and they weren't able to recover it, but he did get a shot on one, and it was a good bull. We got to see the video. Roy videoed it, and he did a little further back once again, going on back to that.
Yep.
Shot placement. The shot placement looked decent, but judging by the angle of the bull, he went straight to the guts.
Yeah.
And I seen it or he hit liver. He was back. He wasn't in the heart. He wasn't in the lungs.
They looked for that bull for almost 2 days.
Yeah, it was at least a day and a half.
Yeah.
So when he shot that bull, Tyler, of course, he's guiding us, but he's the outfitter, so he had to bring in another guide so Roy could work with Ed to find that bull. And so he brought in John to guide my father-in-law, James. And we had to go back to camp. Mm-hmm. So it was another opportunity for me, seeing how we just had a regular target I wasn't going to shoot my broadheads into out there. I ended up reshooting all my broadheads, making sure everything's tuned up, because this is the first time we had gone back to camp the whole week.
How nice are hammock naps out in the bush?
They're great if you fall asleep and don't have somebody, what's the word I'm looking for?
Oh, stop.
Rattling the trees with his snoring not far from you.
You know, the only thing that sucks about sleeping out there is when the red squirrels find you.
You made a friend, and he kept being your friend.
You're throwing pine cones at me.
Well, you're in his tree.
Apparently.
Yeah. So, but some of the scenery, the trees, the cooler temps, all of that. I mean, it's an experience in itself. If you get an opportunity, guys, you know, everybody talks about it, but remember, you only live this life once. Get out there and do it.
If you have the time and the funds, just stop talking about it and do it.
Yeah, just don't, because if you wait, sometimes it's too late, and when it's too late, it just sucks. You know, so
especially just from a physical aspect. I mean, we did quite a bit of walking.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even though we four-wheelered in a bunch of places, we still walked from the four-wheeler a mile and a half, 2 miles, almost every time.
What about that one death march?
I don't want to talk about that.
Thanks a lot, Tyler.
Tyler took us into the deeps of the deep, and he's like, I swear we would have seen one back here.
Up the hill and down the hill. Up the hill, down the hill.
Like 17,000 times.
And then all the way back.
Yeah. Junda swears that I had jets hooked to my back because he's like, you never walk faster than me. I was running past him. Gone. I was like, I'm ready to get back to the truck.
I was like, Lord, take me now.
Yeah,
I'm good.
It was a lot of walking, but you know what? It was, once again, part of the experience.
Oh, the scenery.
Yeah.
Think of the stuff that we saw that so many people will never ever get to experience in their lives.
Well, when you see a freshly grown, like, I don't know what you'd call them.
The plants?
I guess yearlings of the pine trees
Oh,
that were growing up on that one stand. I mean, if the moose would have been coming through, we'd have definitely seen his horns coming over the top of everything.
I was more waiting for a wolf to come in on that stand and tell you the truth.
Well, we did. That's another thing about Alberta.
We heard them.
Yeah, you have the opportunity to be able to get wolves. I mean, they were around.
Yeah. Geez, Pete had, 6 of them run past him on like 5 yards and didn't have his bow ready.
Yeah, you know those situations where you have to, relieve yourself in the woods and you set your bow down? That was one of those situations.
And you have a wolf staring back at you.
We love you, Pete.
7 yards. Oh.
Yeah.
So
it's part of the hunt.
That's what makes a hunt, though. It's all those little extra tidbits of the whole thing that make it so memorable.
Oh, 100%.
So how, we trekked it. We had a little bit of action here and there.
We did.
It was getting down to the wire.
It was at the wire. We hunted a spot Sunday night, and Monday we had a half hunt, and then it was going home time. So we're gonna pack up camp at around noon and hit the road on Monday. So we had a morning hunt Monday, and
But what happened Sunday night though?
Well, Sunday night we went to a spot, pretty spot, on a great. It was a pipeline, and they cut the pipelines. So that's what we mostly hunt was pipelines. I'm on one side, you're on the other, vice versa. Tyler's in the middle. This one where I set up, Tyler was up on the hill, and I was down probably 110 yards from him. And
it wrapped around. I was on the back side of the guys on the other bench.
Yeah. So this bench is like an old logging trail almost. Mm-hmm. It's like one of those ones where there's like a past road was there, but it's not there anymore. So it's a little bit grown up, but at the same time, you can tell it's a bench. You know. And that night we had a bull light up.
Mile.
I had that maybe further. It was I could barely hear it, but he was coming. And Tyler goes, "We're gonna run out of daylight." And I was like, "There's no doubt. He's coming slow. Like there's no speed to this." And so Tyler like, "Hey, let's get out of here." And
how subtle is that call that they make back to you?
Oh my gosh! If you ever heard a bullfrog, think of that. Just ooh.
The softest bullfrog imaginable.
Ooh. And it's so far away, like you have to literally clean your ears out, trying to guess. Did I really hear something, or am I just hearing things?
Yeah.
Because you want to hear it, right? So Tyler leaves his chair there. We get back to camp. He's like, "Yeah, we're going back there tomorrow. It's gonna happen. We're gonna get one there." I was like, oh, whatever, dude. You're the guide. I'm just here. We're having fun. This has been a great trip. Great food. Great camaraderie. Great everything.
Even as much walking as we did, I still gained weight on that trip.
Oh, I guarantee it. The women hooked you up. I mean, they made us breakfast, lunch, dinner. It was amazing. It just all around was a great trip. But last morning,
I was done.
yeah, I think they always say the first week's the hardest, right?
Yeah.
Because they're just kicking up. They're not. A lot of them aren't in full rut. They're not. They say the second week's always a little better.
It's a weather thing. I mean, if it would have been cool the whole week, I would have been game on.
Oh, sure.
We didn't get that temperature swing till what?
We were leaving.
What was it? Saturday night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
About the day, but 2 days before we were leaving. So, but Monday morning we get set up. I set up in the exact same spot I was the night before, and Tyler starts calling. I think it was like the first or second time he calls. It's, all of a sudden I hear something, and it's same spot, way down the hill, a long ways away. And I was like, well, we got time this morning at least. Let's see what happens. And Tyler hears it, and then he said he heard another bull, and so he could have had two bulls working at the same time, but mine definitely kept getting louder and was coming towards us. And I was about.
Did you hear him breaking when he was coming?
Oh heck no!
No.
All you hear
just
is
sneaking.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. And he was consistent. Consistently doing it. And then, I was set up 20 yards from the cut line or the bench, and downwind, I had the wind straight in my face. At first, Tyler had me set up on his side, which means when that bull got to the opening, he was gonna have my wind right in his face, and I was like, I'm gonna get past it. And so I set up, and I was about 20 yards off of it. I was like, man, if he comes in here, first pin, let her eat, right?
Yep.
And once I realized he was getting closer and closer and closer, I looked at some of the saplings, because I was right in the hardwoods at this point, and I moved up to some of the saplings that were about my height.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, one or two things is going to happen. He's either going to bust me or I'm going to shoot him at like 10 yards. And I army crawled. I didn't walk. I army crawled up there because he was getting closer. His sound, I'll never forget it. It was so, it's when the hair on the back of your neck starts to stand up because this is about to go down.
Yeah, that was the point you were like, oh,
it's on.
This is it.
Oh, this is it. Yeah, he's doing the dirty. Like he's doing it exactly the way he's supposed to. He's coming right around this bench, and when he pops out in the open, he's gonna be 10 yards, broadside. Maybe a little bit quartering away because he's gonna look up the hill, because that's where Tyler's coming from.
Yeah.
But Tyler's always said they don't ever come directly at us. They always kind of work to the openings and then look, and that's exactly what happened. And so right as I seen it, I stood up, and he was still off to my right, but he was moving literally straight to in front of me, and he was probably 5 yards from the opening, and I went full draw.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right, I'm ready. He stops, and looking back, you think of all the what ifs, right? That's like what you always do, regardless of how the outcome was. I still thought of how could I have handled this a little bit better to make it an easier shot for myself.
Did you come unglued a little bit?
No,
No.
Actually, I didn't. I was very calm. I was very, I was excited, but I was a calm excited, which was very rare, very weird. Like I wasn't. I guess it's because I was so focused on, all right, this is going to happen. I got to make sure I make a good shot, right? That was all I could think about, was because I knew Tyler's stress level was extremely high because he wanted to make sure we were successful.
Yeah.
And he was stressing. I'm surprised he has any hair left on his head, poor guy. This was
the Tyler head rub.
Oh, nonstop.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was thinking more of him. I was like, man, I really, really want to make sure I make a good shot so I'm successful. And he has an overall successful hunt because we get an animal down. So when this bull gets right in front of me, I'm like, I wasn't, once again, looking back, I could have, literally shot him on the step because he was walking slow.
Yeah.
But I said, hey. You don't say hey to a moose, just throwing it out there. Like make the noise they do. Ooh. Ooh. Or something like that. Do not say hey. Hey doesn't work.
Hay's for horses, not moose.
Yeah, pretty much. Because you would have thought somebody literally smacked this dude right on the rear end and he started running. And I was like, oh my gosh. I think I'm in full draw at this point. I'm just like ready. And all I'm thinking in my head is, lead him and just let it fly. Just do it. So I did. And
was that the best arrow you've ever released?
It was the most truest arrow flight I have ever seen in my entire life. Like, I'm dead serious. And you could ask me what pin I chose. I didn't choose any. Like, I didn't. I wasn't even thinking about the pins. I wasn't thinking about anything. I just put my pin on just in front of him, and I just let the arrow go.
Yep. And
once again, whether it was my first pin or my second pin, at the distance he was running to, they were going to hit him somewhere in the body of some kind. At least that was the hope, right? Especially on a moving animal, which is not something I recommend or would have wanted to be in the situation of doing.
Boy, am I glad you let it fly.
I did. I let it go, and it was smooth, and I literally watched the arrow go right in behind his shoulder, and he took another step and stopped. And he looked up at Tyler, looked back at me, and just did the death waddle and just fell over. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And I don't think anybody would believe that I actually shot the moose on the run, but Tyler, because he watched it.
He saw it. You had a witness.
I had a witness. He watched the whole thing. And everybody's like, man, that'd been great if you would have, had a cameraman. And yeah, I did. But guess what? He was still hunting.
Yep.
So, yeah, it would have been great to have a camera and watch the video of it and, watching it unfold. And then I would have got all the hypocrites telling me, I can't believe you took that shot. Da, 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 da. But this was the last day of the hunt. I really, really, really want to put a moose down for Tyler.
At this point, it was between you, the moose, Tyler, and God. And
that's it.
That's it.
And I literally put that one in God's hands because that arrow flight was so good. And it went in and came out right here. I went through all the goodies, right through the top of the heart, and that's why he didn't move. Yeah. It was literally... He took 2 stumble steps and fell up against the tree.
You took everything out you needed.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you take the heart out, he's done.
Yeah.
No matter what. And like I said, if it wasn't for Tyler seeing it happen, nobody would believe that story.
Yeah.
I wouldn't believe the story if somebody said, oh, yeah, you shot it on the run, right? Mm-hmm, sure. Yeah. But it happened. And would I do it again in the same situation? Yes.
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't, I didn't even think about it. Like, somebody was like, well, what are you thinking? I wasn't. I reacted. And I guess that's what, Joe always taught me, it's like throwing a football pass.
Well, I'll tell you, that's really where your heritage, your Indian outlaw heritage came in on.
Because I'm an Indian outlaw.
On shooting them moving animals,
Sticks and strings, baby.
Deer, buffalo, you do it all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't start shooting a bow until 2012. So
it's just ingrained.
It's ingrained in my DNA. That's why I'm red. You see that red? You see that redness right there? That's called Indian red, baby. Yeah. But no, it was an awesome hunt. September was phenomenal. I got to bring a moose home. Everybody's got to enjoy it. That's come over. I try to spread the wealth.
Yeah.
I try to share it with my friends and family and.
Well, that's what hunting is, right?
100%. 100%. That's why we do it. Yeah. I cannot tell you or even explain to anyone without literally showing you how much meat is in our freezers right now.
Oh my God.
It's unreal. And it's great. Like, I'm blessed beyond my means, but landowners that have cattle, I buy a cow a year, and right now I got 2 full cows basically in the freezers on top of the moose, oryx, deer,
hog.
fish, hog. I mean, we got animals. We got meats. We got the meats. I think that's what Arby's says.
Arby's,
yeah. Yeah, but we got the meats, Arby's. You ain't got jack.
We got the real meat.
Yeah, we got the real good stuff. So, and moose meat, guys, if you've never ate moose, highly recommend trying it. It is phenomenal.
And that's the thing with moose meat. I mean, unless you know somebody who killed one, or if you look, the only way to get moose hunting a moose.
Yeah, you
that's it. One. Yeah.
So, and that was one of those those hunts where I could have went home unsuccessful and been
more than satisfied.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Beyond happy. It was a phenomenal hunt. And that's one thing I will say is do not.
Don't.
And we, me and you have got in this problem ourselves. And I had to literally remind you of this not long ago. Now we're talking about recapping and different hunts, but you know, every hunt's an experience, and we have to enjoy the experience, whether we're successful or not. We're losing, and that's what happens with promotion and promoting products and talking about stuff and doing stuff.
You want to get that success on video.
You do, but the experience is what you cannot redo.
Yeah.
Because that's one of one. It's one of one.
It's not probably going to happen like that again.
No. When we've had those kinds of experiences we talked about last week with the Red Fox quad and different things, that can it happen again to get a quad? Yeah, but is it going to be just like that one? Absolutely not.
No.
You're not going to have the same scenario. So treat every hunt as if it's its own. That's the way it is. You got to live for the experience and not for the success.
Yep.
Success is the icing. Let's say you're going for the cake. The success is the icing.
Yep.
Can you still eat cake without icing?
Yes.
Exactly. So
I do like icing on my cake, just saying.
yeah. So, but that was the moose hunt, and then of course we came back and I came to Pennsylvania. We did some red fox hunting in October.
Yeah.
So we got to spend time. We got to spend 9 days in Alberta, and then I went back up there in October, and we went out and did a lot of predator hunting. Ended up having, well, on average, the most successful trip I've had yet.
Yeah.
As far as per night fox count, I think we were a little over 8 a night on average. Of course, we didn't kill. We didn't take down 8 every night, but we did.
What did we do? Like 3 10s and
3 10s and 11, then like a 2 and 3.
7.
Yeah, 7. So the averaged out, but you're gonna have nights like that though. There was times when we just went hunt public land. I mean, Pennsylvania. One thing good Pennsylvania's for is they got a lot of public land. So
It's an untapped resource that a lot of guys don't. It gets hunted, right? But a lot of guys don't know how to hunt it correctly. I mean, you got to put boots on the ground sometimes. I mean, when it comes to cat season, whether I'm chasing a cat in PA on public land, where, hey, I'm going to try and kill a cat, but there's probably grays in here, I ain't scared to throw a shotgun and go walk half a mile, where I know nobody's got the balls to go walk in and make a stand.
Well, that's the thing. If you don't get in there and try, you don't know.
Yeah.
And the good thing is you got in there and tried. You've been successful.
Yep.
So now you have those as spots that you try to go to at least once or twice a year.
Drop the pin on it and go back.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people want the easy route, right? That's why we keep running all these electronic optics on our guns, and we're forgetting the cake again. Let's go back to that cake. Remember, this is supposed to be fun, challenging, and exciting, and it's not always about the success. And I think way too many people at this point in their lives and in this hunting community now are more focused on the success than they are the experience.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that's the opposite.
Yeah.
Everybody should be focused on the experience, and the success will follow. And I think that's why me and you have so much success, because we
ain't afraid to try it a different way.
No.
Or go somewhere that has not been proven yet.
Right. And that's part of the ups and downs and all the rounds, right? Is you gotta try. And if you don't try, then you don't know.
Yeah.
If you don't know, it's a revolving door.
Oh, absolutely.
But at the end of the day, it's what we like to do, and that's why we do it. And whether it's bow hunting, rifle hunting, predator hunting, hog hunting, deer hunting, moose hunting, elk hunting, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is that tickles your fancy, enjoy the experience.
Yeah.
There's been times we went. My wife, for example, me and Ashley, we went to an oryx hunt, and the one way you're gonna kill an oryx in Texas is a high fence range.
Yep.
And the thing about it is people say, well, high fence ranges is a slam dunk. Hate to tell you, but when you get on 22 to 5,000 to 10,000 to 20,000 to 30,000 acre high fences, it ain't a frickin' slam dunk. There ain't no slam dunk about it.
They're as wild as they were if they were on the opposite side of the fence.
Well, it's not just that. They know that ground.
And they're getting hunted. They know that people means we're getting hunted.
They're getting hunted.
Yep.
And it came to the last day for Ashley on her second oryx. First one she killed right off the bat up with C5 whitetails. But this last one with her last one with iron game, it came up to the last day. And that wasn't. I didn't expect it to take 3 days.
Right.
But that's once again,
It was
hunting.
It was a hunt.
It was a hunt. It was
Yeah.
experience. Everybody has their differences. They may not agree with high fence ranches, and they may not agree with this or agree with that, but everything has its place. And if you think about it, though, if you think about how much money have you invested in gas, feed, and everything you've done to go kill deer?
I don't want to know. Bears are even worse.
Okay, exactly. So if you're gonna spend, we'll just call it 10 grand. Well, I could go hunt with Ryan Miller at Four County Outfitters, where you're gonna be guiding this fall, and pay 7 grand for a deer.
I think it's 5.
5
And all you have to do is show up and shoot the deer.
5 grand. Well, look at that. I saved 5 grand.
That's
if,
what I mean.
If you're at a $10,000 minimum.
And feed, blinds, everything. I mean,
But people don't look at it that way.
No.
They automatically, and Ryan's low fence.
Correct.
I was going off a low fence property, but not even a high fence. But that's the kinds of things that people look down upon it and frown upon it. And I'm like, hold on a second. I know for a fact Lloyd McCoy, a good buddy of mine, spends a heck of a lot of money on protein and everything for low fence deer on his lease.
Yeah.
Right? We're talking $20,000-$30,000 a year to kill deer. Now, he loves the process.
Mm-hmm.
He loves the experience of doing that. And I applaud him. I mean, I feed all my deer, right? I feed deer year round.
Oh, yeah.
And I got some good deer running around.
I think the preseason baiting and running cameras like we do, for deer and bears in Jersey. I mean, seeing your work and then the camera pictures come in,
Sure.
that's fun.
Well, I guess that's part of the process, right? So that's what drives us to do it.
Yeah.
Which is part of the experience, right? But if somebody is strapped for time and money, do never look down on them for going and buying and booking a hunt somewhere else. Because you're saving money in the long run.
Yeah.
I mean, straight up.
Seriously,
You're saving money and time.
If you want that animal, I mean, put your trust in a good outfitter, and he's taking a legwork out for you.
And time is money.
Absolutely.
So,
especially in this day and age of fuel.
Yep. So that's some of the things to think about. And don't ever look down on somebody because of where they shoot an animal.
Yeah.
We're all supposed to be on the same team, right?
We need to get back to being on the same team because the hunting community is so divided. It's not even. It's honestly sickening anymore.
Well, it's part of it. It's you run what you run. I'm gonna run what I run, and I'm gonna promote mine, and you promote yours, and we can't be friends because I'm with this company and you're with that company, and blah 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 blah. No, we're all on the same freaking team, no matter what. We want to hunt.
What is the end goal?
To hunt.
That's it.
Be outdoors, shoot stuff, have fun, fill our freezers. So that's and I think a lot of people lose sight of that every single day, and it's sad, but it's true. And the worst part is when I watch kids, especially with deer season coming up, you get all the youth where they go shoot stuff. People are like, "Oh, I can't believe you let your kid shoot that." Well, if my child, which I don't have any children, but if I did. If my child decided they wanted to shoot a spike, and it's legal, they're going to shoot a spike.
Or look at the flip side of that. Say some young kid, his first hunt, shoots an absolute bona fide giant. Oh, well, that kid he doesn't appreciate what he just shot. Like, come on.
How do you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So, and we go into this deeper and deeper.
Yeah,
let's it's a never-ending battle that we need to start nipping in the butt, and we need to all come together and remember what it used to be like when we all have to go check our deer in. We all sat in line waiting to check our deer in at deer checking stations.
Yep.
Social media, as great as it is a huge downfall, right? But we use it for platforms. We use it to be able to spread our word, and that's what we're doing right now. We share our experiences. We share our success. We actually share our failures. Prime example, recently we and you went out to try to shotgun a pig on video.
That dirty bastard.
And this is part of one of those successes where the hunt was a success to me because of the experience, right? I got video of the pig under the feeder light, which I wanted. I got video of you with a shotgun in your hands trying to shoot the pig. Granted, the pig was a little close and you shot over it, but that's hunting.
Yep.
That happens.
Yep.
So regardless of whether or not we had a picture of the hog after the hunt or not, at least the hog's back.
He is back.
There is a benefit. The hog's there right now.
He's definitely sketchy right now. He
is very sketched. He's like, I don't know if I want to stay in here. Last time I was in here, I got bang bang. But he's been back sporadically.
We'll get him.
But he was there last night.
Yeah, we'll get him.
So I might get the Blondie to sneak out with me one night. Junda's leaving me tomorrow. He's going back to the Pennsylvania, so it'll be me and Blondie here. So, but it's hot.
A Blondie for Blondie.
Yeah, it's hot though.
Well,
that's the hard part right now.
So let's get back to this little recap here.
In heat? Okay. Yeah,
No,
it's hot.
no, yeah, it's hot. That's current conditions though.
Let's talk about when it's nice out.
So from October to the next time we got together was January. Anything happened in between then? Did you hunt? I don't know.
October to January?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's some hunts locally. There's nothing crazy though.
Yeah.
A little bit of piddly here and there, hogs, whatever.
Yes.
But January, you got the West Texas Big Bouquet,
Oh yes.
where we got to try out the new built high rack.
Well, you were working on that all winter.
That was my goal. I took, we can have a whole conversation and do a video over my high rack, but I took 2 man baskets that I got from United Rentals because they like to throw them away whenever they're not good, and one of my landowners got them for me, and I was going to make bow blinds out of them. And anyway, I had them laying next to each other, and I looked at it one day and I said, you know what, that'd make a really good high rack.
And it did.
Sure did.
Yeah.
6x8 floor with a couple shooting platforms for the shotgunners.
You can hold an army of predator hunters up there.
You could.
We
I don't know
did.
if the Tundra will hold it, but poor Tundra.
She did good. I'm not mad at her.
She does good. She does good. Them 10-ply tires came in handy.
We went through a couple of up and down hills that I really feel bad for Andrew and Eric in the back. I mean, they had a ride.
Well, at least they learned how to hold on tight.
Your gun didn't learn how to hold on tight.
Well, that's because it didn't get put in correctly. But it's okay.
Whatever. But that was fun.
To the failures.
Yeah.
The area we hunted has a very, very, very high population of gray fox. Very.
Disgusting amount.
Yeah.
They're like cockroaches.
Yes. But the January hunt was rather cold.
Yeah.
Like really cold. Like shocking them cold. And
They were non-aggressive fox.
very unaggressive.
Yeah.
Normally, anybody who has a Fox Pro knows the sound platinum gray. Normally, that's a slam dunk finisher call. Like that's the last sound you're gonna play if you're on a fox stand. If you played that, they sure were not coming.
They would run away.
Yes, they were like, no, we don't want to fight today, or we don't want to be part
I'm
of that.
cold. I'm hungry, and I just want the rabbit.
I want the rabbit. So, as Clay Reed would say, play the rabbit.
Yeah. Birds and bunnies is literally the only thing that was killing fox.
Yeah, just play the rabbit. So, but that was another good hunt. We still ended up killing 28.
28. Yeah.
My gun fell on like the 3rd nightstand. So
The only rifle we had in the truck.
rookie mistake. Rookie moves.
How did we even pull that off?
I don't know.
What were we thinking?
I don't know. We weren't. That's the point.
I think we were so hell bent because of the year before. Everything was pretty much shot with a shotgun.
Yeah. Well, and if it wasn't shot with a shotgun, I was cleaning it up with my 204.
That's what I mean. And yeah.
And that was pretty much the game plan was if it for some reason held up, I was gonna shoot it with a 204 and 3 guys on shotties and me on a rifle. Because the year before we did 2 shotguns, 2 rifles, and yeah, that didn't work.
I mean, we still we killed that one
34.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was still it should have been way more, right?
I mean, when you call in probably close to 150 fox in 23 hours, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty epic.
Yeah.
Epic numbers. And it's but going back, it was an experience. We get frustrated not necessarily on the hunt, but ourselves. And that is why it's hard to competition hunt. I've never been a competition hunter. I never liked competition hunting. But one thing I do like is when my buddy gets excited to go shoot gray fox and call gray fox in West Texas. So I put up with it for a couple of years.
He says he's done with competition, but I just gotta get him on the right day, twist his arm. He'll do some more.
Yeah, it's I enjoy predator hunting, and look what we do when we aren't in a comp.
I know.
It's no pressure, you know. It shouldn't be pressure when you're in a comp because you're just going out to do the exact same thing you do on any other night, right? But you do have the added pressure.
That ego rears its head a little bit too.
The ego and the it's a pressure thing because you don't want to miss, and you don't just want to wound them because you want to recover everything.
Well, you're on a team, right? And everybody on the team is trying to hold up their end of the bargain. So yeah, I mean, no matter what, there's pressure.
Sure, and that's why we do it. Now, me and Junda together have never done a comp, which is one thing he's always wanted. He's like, I just want to do a comp with me and you. That's it. And we probably will this spring. We'll see how the spring plays out, but there's a few comps here that I wouldn't mind getting into and try it out just to see how they run. We got the new buggies. I plan on, want to put an alpha rack on the new one, and we'll just see how things go. But I might sneak out and do one local competition or two just to see what happens.
To go have fun.
Yeah, go have fun. But we have fun. I mean, I think as far as success since you've been down here in March, I can't. That's not January, February was obviously we have shows too. You got to do shows because obviously I come up there for Harrisburg, and then we did a little bit of fox hunting while I was up there, and then when I got back home, I mean, it wasn't long after that, just a few weeks, and you were here.
Yeah, seriously. Well, and it was nonstop when you got back from Harrisburg.
Oh yeah.
I mean, let's get into so that was January. I mean, we hunted a little bit after the tournament here. We did good. We killed some cats. So.
Yeah. Well, we went hunting with Ryan for the March tournament.
Well, yeah, I'm getting to that, but I'm saying for leading up until when I came back down, yeah. So we hunted a little bit there. We had Harrisburg, came back up for, and then it was nonstop when you got back. I mean, you had 704, you had Tessa Andrew.
Gosh, yeah, I had all kinds of people. We did a TV show. 704 came down, and then
Didn't Tessa Andrew come before that?
No, Tess and Andrew came last because then it was the Maryland boys.
No, Tessa Andrew came before the Maryland boys.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay. Then it was Tess and Andrew.
Because the Maryland boys were here when I rolled in.
Yeah. Cause Outdoors Foundation. If you guys don't know Cause Outdoors, go check them out. Great organization that gets kids and first responders and veterans and everything in the outdoors. They're out of the Permian Basin. Yep. They're branched off of Lost Cause Outdoors. So Andrew and Tess are awesome. John's awesome. All the people, Robbie, that are involved, they're doing great things. But Tess and Andrew came down for Andrew's birthday.
Yep.
And we had a good time. They got on some pigs. They only brought red lights and dark nights. So we went out and killed pigs with red lights. That was fun. And then the boys from Maryland showed up, and it was just it was gangbusters after that. I mean, I don't know what it is about me, but John McPherson rode me hard, put me up wet. Andrew and Tess rode me hard, put me up wet, and then the Maryland boys showed up, and I'm like, and then right after that, you want me to go to West Texas, and I finally broke. You wanted me to go to North Texas, actually, don't have to West Texas. I broke. I was like, I'm done. I'm run ragged. I'm over it.
Well, 100-degree heat and
that didn't
help at all.
No, but
we tried.
We tried. We did. It was bad. It was yeah. If we would have stuck it out, we probably would have had a decent turnout overall. Ryan has a lot of great properties up there, and it's nothing yet. Ryan did awesome. He put us on some awesome ground. I just hit my breaking point. I mean, because everything was like back to back to back. There was no days apart, days off. Yeah. Like it was like one person rolls out that morning, another people roll in that afternoon. This was Casa de Brooks around here. I mean, it was Hotel Brooks. Come join.
We leave the light on for you.
Yeah, check in, check out, same day, baby. We'll clean the sheets. It was rough. So it was a lot of in and out, but it was good. I really enjoyed all of it. Like I enjoyed my friends. John McPherson with 704 and Beth, they have become some of my best friends on the planet as well. Andrew and Tess.
We gotta get John on here one day.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we'll definitely get 704 Outdoors and get Cause Outdoors and talk about their foundation and John's TV show and yeah. And then when the Maryland boys showed up, I mean, they're gangbusters anyway. They come down for the rodeo. The Goliad rodeo. And
they're some real cowboys.
They are, and so we killed a lot of grays. Bobcats, coyotes, hogs. I mean, we were doing a little bit of everything. And that kind of rolled into after they left. I mean, me and you didn't slow down. We just kept rolling.
No, and then we had another one. Instead of staying, we stay out late, then we started getting up early in the mornings.
Mm-hmm. Turkey. The turkey jerky. Junda tagged out this year. Killed all 4 turkeys. I killed one. Ashley killed one.
Had had Bob and Jesse from Pennsylvania come
That's
down. They got
Kentucky
theirs.
Brothers. They got theirs. We had a good spring turkey season, and I'm looking forward to this spring turkey season. It's gonna be a good time. I think we're gonna have. We got a lot of turkeys right now.
Already got some guys on the books ready to come down and get their Rios.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. So that's yeah, spring. We killed predators
let's
and
be real,
hogs at
it
night and
was-
shot turkeys in the
It
day.
was an epic spring. I mean,
It was.
you couldn't get better conditions.
Well, no, temperature wise, we had rain, which I thought was non-existent in this part of Texas. I thought we were gonna be in a drought for the rest of our lives.
It's still green.
It is green, but it's been
dry.
hot. It's been hot the last few
It's
weeks.
been slowing down. I mean, but
It's consistent August now.
yeah, it's hot.
Hot.
It's miserable.
Yeah, but this is where I kick it in high gear and get my gym workouts in. Shows. Yeah, we got the San Antonio Texas Trophy Hunter show coming up this weekend, and then next weekend we got a weekend off, and then we'll finish up in the Texas Trophy Hunters series in Fort Worth.
Yeah.
The following weekend. So
And then we're headed to Florida.
we're gonna go shoot some fish and some gators. Everybody keeps saying these gators taste good.
Well, they do. I've had them.
Well, I've had gator too, and it's been phenomenal. If anybody says they don't like gator, it's gay.
Can you say that on here?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I don't care. I didn't call them homosexual. Gay means happy.
That's true.
I mean, if we're gonna look up the definition, it's all in what you interpret what I was saying.
You're gay for going to shoot a gator.
I'm just happy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You're happy.
You're gay. See,
Wow.
you just giggled.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah, we're gonna go gator hunting, take the girls, and go to Florida, and I'm really looking forward to it. We had Junda got me booked me a hunt, fishing trip with extreme bow fishing, and we went out and shot some fish, and it reminded me of how much fun it is to shoot fish on a boat.
Oh, bow fishing's great.
Yeah, so we're gonna go do some more bow fishing down in Florida and get to shoot all kinds of stuff that you normally wouldn't get to shoot.
You know, you're gonna knock some species off the list. I can promise you that.
That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, so then after that we come back, and I got Andrew and Tess coming back
Yep.
to hang out with Tess's brother, who's never killed a hog before. Him and one of his buddies. They actually gave up elk hunting to come shoot hogs.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
saying something. That's when you know somebody really wants to shoot a pig, I guess. Is they're gonna come hunt with me to try to kill a pig, and
I have a feeling you will be successful.
I hope so. You know, that's my thing is I put a lot of pressure on myself to be successful when it comes to
Well,
hog hunting.
especially when somebody's first name. We
First,
want to see him get
yeah,
it.
I want to see him get it, but I have some aces in the hole. I mean, we did hunt it the other night.
We only killed one pig off that whole property. We seen like 40.
But we got a pig.
Yeah.
That's one. I can find one somewhere
There
else
will
too.
be more though.
Yeah.
I promise.
Well, let's just hope for some nice. We're at a little bit of rainy weather, cooler temps, and we'll definitely see some good animal traffic.
Yeah, worst case, I mean, maybe we had some pigs roll into a feeder last night. You might get lucky.
We did.
Some pigs hitting feeders.
Well, that's part of this time of year.
Drying
is now
out.
starting to dry
Yeah.
out. We're going to start getting pigs going back to feeders. The only downfall to that is everybody's going to start feeding. And
Right.
once everybody starts feeding for deer season, then the hogs will be moving around and they won't stay steady anywhere. They're going to bounce around. So
that's
when
why,
you
that's
do
why
get
we
'em-
run cell cameras.
right, when you do get them in, and they're coming in, especially like us on our Wise Eye cameras, you know, you have to be proactive on going and getting on them. Like, to be fair, it's almost like we should hunt them tonight. I'm not, because we gotta get up bright and early, take you to the airport, but it would be beneficial to hunt them tonight, or try to hunt them tonight, because they're probably gonna come back in.
Don't tempt me with
No.
You guys will see the picture in the morning.
Yeah, no, it's not happening. I'm tired already. I was up at 4:30.
I'll go get them.
No, you're not. You're gonna go to sleep and be well rested so you can go spend some quality time with your girlfriend.
I will.
Yeah,
Even though
that's for you, Gabby.
Even though I'm gonna be bow fishing like every other night.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
She's gonna be with you the whole time.
She's gonna go bow fishing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it works out.
And
But
then we roll into the winter.
Winter. You'll be north.
Yeah, I know you're gonna miss me.
It's debatable. I'm just kidding. No, he's gonna be. I'm excited for him. You know, that's this is a new thing for Junda. He's gonna go guide for an outfitter, and I'm excited to see how his season goes and see how much he likes it. because obviously this is something he's always wanted to do,
Yeah.
and at least experience. So it's going to be a good thing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited for you. I think you're going to have a good. I think you're going to have a fun, successful
I think
fall.
eventually you're gonna make a trip and come visit me while I'm up there too. So
Yeah, you never know. It's a long drive.
yeah.
I got a lot of stuff going on around here. It's gonna come into busy season. I'm not gonna be able to leave. I'm gonna turn into a hermit Rob.
You're gonna walk to the shop and back from the shop.
That's
to the
it.
shop, back from the
Well, I
shop.
gotta go to the gym. Throw that in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, throw the gym.
That'll be the one time a day you leave.
Pretty much.
Yep.
No, I'll try.
Well,
But anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoy this episode. This is, we'll probably do a phone a friend while Junda's gone. That way we can keep these things rolling. But if this is your first time watching, I hope it was a good, or listening. I hope it was a good time, because I enjoyed it. We touched on a lot of different subjects.
yeah.
This one was a little bit all over. Junda always asked me, "What do you want to talk about this time?" I was like, "I don't really want to talk about anything specific. Let's kind of just wing it on a recap of some experiences over the last 6 months,
Yeah.
year, whatever. We can just talk about it and go from there. But don't expect, we're gonna go off the cuff sometimes. That's what it's about.
This is not gonna be a informational podcast every time.
No. We'll share some stuff. You want to talk. He's got one written up about night vision and stuff like that, but I don't want to go into night vision. I talk about night vision every day. Everybody wants to ask me about night vision.
It's kind of your job.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
That's what happens when you have the forever shiny night vision on the market. But anyway, we'll get that on another.
That's light.
IR, you know what I mean.
I know.
It all like
It is
bands
what it is.
together.
It does band together. It makes the night vision great. And I got some videos to share. We got some videos from the other night. I still got to share up. So
that was 2 nights ago, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, I hope you guys have a blessed week, blessed weekend, and let us know what you think of the podcast. Please comment.
Yeah, feedback, please.
Feedback. We'd like to see what you guys think. We are going to start introducing some guests. Like I said, we talked about bringing on 704, and don't bring on John Peck from Adeo Creek. Don't bring on my wife. We're gonna bring on Gabby with Make It a Girls podcast. So we got some things coming down the pipeline. I think it's gonna be really good. Talking about the woman's perspective of us hunting at night and what it means for them and what their life is like, being with two guys that like to spend most of their time running around the fields and woods at night.
And trying to sleep during the day.
Yeah, so our time is limited and their time with us is limited, but especially during hunting season.
Find a good woman, boys. That's all I gotta say.
God bless them. 'Cause I don't know how mine puts up with it most of the time, especially when she's like, "Baby, go take a nap." I'm like, that's all I do.
Sleep is good for you.
Sleep is good for us. So,
Bye.
anyway, guys, until next time, hope you guys enjoyed and have a blessed day.
See you guys.